We are on episode 7 of Zero to Hero Season 2. I'm with Van,
Substream.
and we are going to do mostly Q&A. Didn't have a specific lesson in plan, couldn't have prepped. Last week we talked about options and mind games, and then we're going to go to your matches. Unfortunately, you were not able to make it to Genesis.
Yeah, that's personal emergency.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
unfortunate.
life just force-talks you for no reason. You
Yeah,
gotta deal with it.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright, do you
I
have...
did get to go to top 8, which is nice.
How'd you like it?
It was pretty amazing. Though I got really, really salty at the people who were clapping for Dreamland.
Dude, that was so annoying.
Someone right behind me was clapping right in my ear. It's like, damn, you just don't. And doesn't add anything to watching the show because you're not rooting for anyone, you're just like clapping for no reason.
And it's like off sync.
Yeah. The sound does travel slower than light, I guess, but still.
No, they're listening to this because, like, what visual cues are they going off of?
Oh yeah,
it's
that's true.
Yeah.
That was terrible, but otherwise it was amazing. The Mango's run was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed watching his set versus Nintendo especially.
He went all over the place. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It reminded me of Genesis 1, except no puff.
Yeah. Well, Genesis 2 was like very similar too.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I guess every Genesis has had spectacular topics.
Yeah. So we're gonna look at your matches against Falco and like what are some of the things that you began to notice as you were playing them?
Well, we talked about on the phone a bit, but I really had no game plan to deal with laser suppression. I just go for straight hits, and if they connect, then I can hopefully get a good punish. If not, then probably end up losing.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get started. You have share screen, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at like about like a minute of this to see like kind of a feel. Alright. Is Declan the former Doc main?
I think so. This is the first time I ever played.
Okay. Random forward smash. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go for like another 30 seconds just to get a feel. Dude. Why that throw?
Don't know. Punches up there.
Alright. Okay. Let's go back. So in the beginning, so other than like really top Falcos, a lot of what you can do, a lot of what was it? I do in like the first 30 seconds is get a general feel for what type of Falco they are, and like I get a feel for like where like how and when they're gonna commit to lasers, or if they're gonna go in, or if they're gonna run away, because once you kind of figure that out, it becomes a lot easier to assess like how much space you can take without getting hit, or how much is too much space to give before you start eating lasers.
Yes, neutral start.
Yeah. So right here, a lot of their early hits are because you don't respect him at all. So that was just essentially a random guess. And I don't really have much to say about this other than the fact that you're just guessing and throwing a move. So once again, like I'm very scared of how close you're getting, because let's see, because ideally there's like ideal spots, right?
Yeah.
So right, like here you're approaching, and you're about to hit the spot you want, and he's moving towards you, right? And you're
This is where I should like stop.
yeah, because there's no way that he can go further back. And, you know, if you were to close the gap here, like, he can throw out so many different things, so it's, like, just, like, a random guess, and, like, you could be right or you could be wrong, and, so in this spot, you gotta kind of make a safer decision here, and preferably, like, at this point, you know, I would probably throw out, like, a standing fair, or, like, a retreating fair, just to kind of see what type of Falco he is, but if you go any closer, like, 9 times out of 10, you're probably getting hit. Okay, and then in general, Declan's spacing, admittedly, is like not the best. So in this spot, right, this is like you watch Mewtwo or Peepee in this spot against Spacies, and this is 99% a grab unless Falco specifically gets on a platform, and there's no reason why you should have gotten hit here. Personally,
I just like waited at the spot I originally was at.
Yeah, because you risk getting hit, right? Here, like, he only has really 2 routes, and it's like get on this platform, which you can pretty safely cover with up tilt, or he goes here, which you can kind of beat out if you want with like an up air or like a fair, or if he's in this spot. I actually also try to look, and there's a mix-up here of whether or not he's going to like dare or back air, and based on that, that's a read that you need to keep on the back of your head in terms of like, can I grab or can I space an aerial and beat him? So no reason for you to get hit there at all, and it opens you up again. So you take 40 there and lose control. Alright, you get the grab, which isn't bad.
Oh, that was terrible. I should have grabbed him.
That should have...
there too.
Yeah. I mean, so you had like 2 missed like strategic flaws and like 2 missed combos, and so like Falco technically should have been dead, and you should have been at like 40. These are pretty fixable from what I see. In this,
I think you should have caught that too.
in this phase, let's see.
Oh yeah, I did want to talk to you. What do you think would be a fast way to grab the S right there? Besides the...
I think that was pretty good. I don't think a wave dash back would have done it. Here,
I talked to some people and they said wave dash forward then turn around would have been faster, but I'm not sure. I might have been clipped by the 4P.
I mean, at that phase, like, I feel like a few frames wouldn't make a difference, and like if you're pressing more buttons, you also take into account that you're risking like messing up an input. Here, like, I think the main thing I do, this is also like a mix-up that you need to really pay attention to, is like what route Falco goes to chase you, and pretty much what they're gonna do is like they're gonna guess you go to a platform, or that they're gonna go this way. Either way, like, think of like a game plan to make him chase you without actually being in range or doing something too significant. You missed the waveland there.
I was going to the platform,
and
so I'm going down.
But then you messed up an input.
Yeah. He got the rewrite on that back.
Yeah. Alright, so one thing you have to pay attention to here, and this is like every time Falco hits your shield. Let's see. You do. But every time he hits your shield, you want to take notes of what they do after. And because like this is like your rock, paper, scissors, and generally the bad Falcos will... The general rule of thumb I take is like if it works for them, they're gonna keep doing. Like if they're like pretty good, if it works for them, they're gonna keep doing it. If it doesn't work the time before, they're gonna do something different to counter it. So here, you know, he jabbed forward smash. So in general, I think.
I think I could have just straight up shield grabbed him because he did it early fair.
Yeah.
Early.
So just important to note, and that's something like I mentally keep track of, and as Sheik it's really important for me. Like even if you watch like Armada play Mango, like he always makes like pretty good decisions off of shielding pressure, even though it's like an unfavorable position because he's paying attention to what like Mango wants to do.
So there's really no end all be all reaction to shield pressure. Reactions to
Yeah.
What to do in general.
You have to make smart decisions and not be super obvious. I mean, Marth obviously has a tougher time. Also, pay attention to percentage. Like if
Is it worth it to go out of shield? Out of shield?
It depends on percentage, and like there's timing windows, right? Because if they do like Nair Shine quick aerial, then you could most likely wave dash out after. If they're not good at doing the aerial after the shine, then you could wave dash out after the shine. So it's like there's like certain timing windows where you can do like get out after the shine, you can get out after the aerial, you can wave dash out after the laser before the aerial, and you have to just there's like different things you can do at different timing windows. And one timing window of getting out isn't always going to win against every type of shield pressure, but I think that's like one thing you can think about is like where are my openings to get out.
Okay. Yeah, 1 second.
So we're just waiting on Van. We have to take care of something real fast.
That was weird. I took out my headphones and then it just got deleted.
It's all good.
Are we good? Same
Yeah.
sound?
I have to redo the sound because of Skype. Alright. So yeah, there's time windows, and if they're overly aggressive, like...
Can you share screen?
Yeah. Every time, if they're overly aggressive with moves, you can get away with shielding a really long time, and then once you realize like they can't throw out another attack immediately, you can like just get out. But there is, you know, a mind game in holding shield for a really long time until they can convince you that that they're going to grab. And Falcos in general in this like meta like don't really grab. Like they do like near shine, and then mess up somewhere.
Yeah, I have more problems with the shine grabbers most of the time because you can only roll out of that. You can't do anything else.
Yeah, and so that's tough. But usually, like until they convince me that they do that, then you can shield very liberally, and you don't have to be scared of like near shine and be like, oh crap, I have to do something. Like eventually they're gonna do something like near shine near or something, and then you just get out.
So you just like hold it until they do like a dumb aerial or something.
Well, like they're not gonna be always able to attack. Like there's like attack, pause, attack, and like you can get out between certain pauses.
Okay.
Yeah. Bad aerials by Declan. I don't get why you're being so fancy. Like you're assuming you're assuming
I was assuming he's gonna shine.
You're assuming Declan's a dumbass in a lot of these, and you're giving him no credit for anything. You think he's gonna spot dodge. All right, pretty good. Bad laser by Declan for you to get underneath. Jab there. Why?
I don't know.
Like, why don't you never up throw? Like, if I were to count openings here that you got, there's one that could have been a grab. There's 2. You didn't get anything off of it. There's 3 because Declan was bad and you missed a grab. You get 4. You're lucky that he jabbed there. You got 5 openings there, and you got nothing. You got 40% off of 5 openings.
Okay.
60 for 6, and let's see. So this is your 7th opening in the set, and you miss another combo. Like, this should have been more than death for you.
You mean from the combos or from his combos?
Like, you got 7 openings, unique
Oh, yeah.
openings on him, where he was like doing really bad moves, and he's still alive. Alright, I like that. I like that you control his space. But yeah. And like that, like if you got that many openings, that should be like 2.5 stocks in my opinion.
Okay.
All right. No. All right, bad forward tilt. No, why are you doing this?
It's pretty funny to watch.
Miss another opening. So these are things that should be automatic for you.
Okay.
Like, because that could have been another 30-40 damage on top of like the lead. And if you look at this position right now, like you're not even really ahead, even though you've been winning the most of the neutral games. No, and okay. Alright, he did the same thing 3 times here. I don't know if that's like bad tech skill, but
I think he was trying to short out it at least.
yeah. Alright. No, you missed another one. Alright, you're still going. You're good. Alright, and that should be death. Okay, good.
Okay.
So he isn't lasering that much, or his lasers aren't like leading into much, which is good. So I don't know if this is like the best example of like lasers, because
You can probably go to the other
Yeah.
matches.
All right, once again, I don't know what these grabs are, because you've missed on like 4 of them now, and like you haven't gotten anything. All right,
Because
there.
you get going too randy with grabs.
Yeah, I mean like, yeah, like you're
Pivots into
missing.
pivots.
I mean, either that or you got to learn your dash dance spacing to cover, because you're not even covering the one option that you want to cover. See, like there, like. So
I think I just kept messing up the shield stuff. Yeah, like that.
But your dash dance shouldn't rely on, like, even here, that shouldn't be reliant on shield stopping, because the tech has like a certain timing to it, and you could run at a certain time and get it, especially on the tech chase.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of that is just like your neutral game doesn't look like you're not getting overwhelmed by Falco at all. It's just
So it's just a matter of refining the punishes.
yeah, like here, not bad, not bad. Why no up tilt? And then you got bailed out because he tried to go towards you. All right.
That's bad.
So a lot of your flaws here are just like you miss every sort of punish, and like this honestly should have been a 3 stock from the way I'm watching this. It shouldn't be that close. Declan's Falco, no offense to him, doesn't look that good.
Yeah, I think he just switched over pretty recently.
Yeah.
From his other character.
Are you neutral starting?
Yes.
Okay.
I try to do that for everything now, though I couldn't have done it at Genesis due to new rules.
Yeah. So yeah, like every kind of shield pressure, like if I were to like point out timing windows, like there's and Declan's like a little slow. You can get out right here, for example, and you made the right choice.
Yeah.
There's kind of an illusion that you have to like shield all the time, and sometimes that's good, but like if you shield, you'll eventually find that you can get out between attacks.
Okay. That was a good choice by him, though he didn't get you anything.
Bad laser. Alright. Platform, good. Alright, you get a... Oh, you missed the dash. Alright, bad aerial. Alright, you get this. Good. 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 Ah.
Oh, you jumped out.
Yeah, you misspaced. Okay, so here, so if we're ever gonna talk about like laser presence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we talked about this earlier with the spacing, where no momentum. So if he jumps immediately, he can barely nick you, which you could react to with wave dash back. But if you look, so this is just like having the presence of mind of ranges, and this is going to be important because we can't give up too much space for free.
Mm-hmm.
And so no momentum here. All right, let's see how this plays out. So from here, I kind of question the initial dash back because no momentum, so he has no way of actually hitting you. The furthest he's going to land is like right here, and if he does that, you just grab him.
I think I just panicked because I was facing backwards.
Yeah.
So I wanted to turn around.
But more focus on the fact that he's not he has no momentum here, and if he jumps short hops, he can't hit you.
Okay.
Instead, look at how much. It's not that bad, but it's a kind of questionable mix-up. But you're giving him just way too much space.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look, he's been kind of retreating a lot. Alright, so like here, like he stops, right? And that should be your indicator that you don't have to dash away. So look for these stops on the turns, because when you dash, like there's a turn in it, and once they turn, their range gets a lot smaller. Whereas if you kept running, yeah, he could hit you. But as soon as you see that turn, you can stop. Instead, you gave him, like, you went this much farther apart, and you opened yourself up to a lot more lasers, where, you know, if you stay here, you can kind of threaten, and you have the flexibility of, if he tries to go in, you can wave dash back, or you can kind of go in, and you can threaten if he lasers.
Okay.
But see, you're just way too far. This dash attack, your dash attacks are kind of guessy. I don't really blame that one, but that one, you're literally hoping that he just runs into it.
Okay.
All right, so just in general, you don't always have to default to running away. So you get comboed here. It's something that I'm noticing, and that it gives Falco his lasers back. So here, Falco has no threat of hitting you.
So I should just stand underneath the platform.
You can hold your ground and react and see where his trajectory is. Point being,
catch him with like a parasol.
Yeah, you're in a decent position actually, because like he can't immediately hit you. And if he tries to go in super deep, then you can respond. But your default shouldn't be to run away more. It should have been like immediately go here instead of going this way. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, this sounds like the principles we've been talking about. Though I didn't apply them to this match.
All right, let's see. Good. Good. All right, no jump. Oh, that should have been a reaction. Okay.
I don't know. I think I was trying to like pivot there or something. Screwed it up.
See, like you're doing this stuff way too fancy. Just you see that, and just.
I should just like up air him or something, or get like a weak up air.
Or just like nair and throw out something meaty.
Or like back air, whatever.
And that was so YOLO. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but mistakes like these.
Yeah, they're very costly versus Falco.
Yeah, and not only that. Yeah. you end up this was like a almost a full stock turnaround in terms of you were pretty healthy, and you could have been at 80, and he could have been at his next stock. Does he get bonus damage though? Okay, so it's a relief. He doesn't get extra credit, which is good. He makes a flub. All right. So once again, you're giving way too much space to him. So in this whole segment, I don't really like it. So I like this. You know, you make him exhaust his invulnerability. Not bad. So I don't mind the first dash away after this Nair, because it looks like, you know, he could threaten. Although I'd prefer just like wave dash backing on reaction. The key thing to note is no forward momentum, right? He jumps up and down, so he's going to go down here, and any timing window to hit you is that he's going to have to dash forward and then jump, or he jumps and he doesn't get much more forward momentum. And I think, let's see. So if we replay it a bit faster, let me point it out. So not the worst. Wave dash back would have been good. But here it's like you're just in the right range for him. If he does something, you can react. But you ran away and you give him everything instead.
You think just in general versus Falco, wave dash back should plant my back dashes?
Yeah. I think in certain spots you're just giving way too much respect, and I think it looks like it just looks like you're not sure of the range like he can cover.
Okay.
So here, I think it was just like a little preemptive. So here, right? Like at this point he stops, and once you realize he stops, that you don't have to move back anymore. You could have stuck here.
I think I'm playing too much for the overshooting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
and he wasn't doing that.
You hate, like, the thing is that if you're playing for a very specific game plan, like, he has to convince you that he's willing to do it. And
so I just have to play him like a normal person first before I decide to do
like,
that.
in general, it's not even just, like always go for overshoot or go for undershoot. It's just, you just make observations, like, where is he throwing his aerials? How's he ranging? And even before he goes that, it's just, like, fundamental spacing. Like, if he stops, like, he can't he literally can't overshoot. Like, overshoot is not even an option for him.
Okay. Should think about that.
So it's more of like, it's not even like a read mix-up. It's more of a matter like he doesn't have the option to overshoot.
Okay.
In many of these.
So just thinking about Falco's limitations in general when he doesn't have momentum.
Yeah. What was it? Wobbles said something like really important about like Fox and Falco's range is that they need momentum to make their range really good. Like Fox and Falco actually have really short limbs. And like until they have like running momentum, like their range is actually not that good. And that's like something that I think a lot of people don't realize about these characters. So it's good. You're comboing. I like that up air. Why not? I think this is like one of the cases where I think actually forward smash might have been better.
Right here?
Here.
Oh yeah, that would have been different. I was probably going for something fancy or whatever.
Yeah, and I don't like him getting the center rock. He messes up. A lot of your openings are coming because he's also like messing up a lot. Thought that forward smash was gonna hit.
Yeah. That's how every Mark feels when they miss by just a hair.
Yeah.
Should I just wait here instead of like trying to threaten him?
I mean, you play the space, right? Okay, so like in this situation, I mean, it's fine. You play the space, and if he does something, then you go in. It's more like if he does something, then you can react to it. It's not like there's no reason for like why forward air there that like had no chance of hitting. And so I don't know. I would just not throw out moves. I would like fake jump, but like always have access to like options to react to their ranges.
Okay.
So
it's like tomahawking, but not actually doing anything else.
Like I would jump up and like not throw a move, and if he dares into me, then I'm gonna up air. But
and then just throw a move after he throws a move.
Yeah.
Or throw a move that'll hit.
Yeah, well, because here, like that aerial, right? You're just basically saying, "I hope you run into this," is what that aerial means. And in this position, like you're not gonna get the first hit here unless like you're telling me like it's like kind of like a respect thing. You're just like with those type of arrows you're throwing, you're just saying like, I think you're just gonna run into these like a scrub. Is what those aerials like kind of represent. So even like this. I would have just like jumped and then said, and I would just throw the up air if he violates my range.
Okay.
All right, so this is like fine. Like, I would just respect it. Here, like, okay, if like Falco's above you, there's like two things like I fundamentally do as Sheik, and it depends on how dumb they are. So if they are gonna go like this, right? And you have the timing, and like the question is like, do they have their double jump, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think he used his double jump.
Then here, like I would demonstrate. I mean, because like this is an auto hit situation for you if he doesn't have a double jump, because like your up air and your up tilt beat him.
Okay.
And you should get a kill here. Like,
let's see what I end up doing.
Like you don't.
I think I just didn't do anything.
Like up tilt. A decently timed up tilt like should always work here.
Okay.
And that would have been death. And if you're not like that like risky, then what you could do is this, right? So they run out of a double jump, and this is like where double jump's like important. Okay, he still has a jump. Like if you're not like willing to risk the timing, then just like wave dash pivot forward tilt. Or like he's a little high. I mean, if you're a lower percentage, then like if I see that dare, like I'm immediately like dash dance grabbing it every time.
Okay.
But that should be an auto kill for you. So I think that was like a reverse of like 50% there. You know better not to shield grab there. Okay, so standard edge guard. You took an extra like 40-50 there though.
Okay.
Alright, not bad. Alright, so here's like, you know, really like, let's see. I'm going to show you the... Okay, so here, no momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where, like, you can kind of like encroach his space because, like, you can go in, and if he throws a laser here, then you can go fair immediately. And if you see a jump from him, then you could react fair or react grab.
Oh.
So in this spot, like, it's like really good for you because like he lasers, like, if you see him jump, so it's like kind of like making a read here. He can go this way, he can shield, he can go this way, or he can go this way. But pretty much like the point is like if he jumps like this, you can react and probably kill him because like that would be a really bad laser. And if he goes like this, then you know his trajectory is going to land right in front of you, and you can just grab him.
Okay. Let's see what do I end up getting.
You end up
power shield.
But you end up in a position where he has momentum again, and you're forced to shield.
Okay.
So it's like a little subtleties. It's like really hard to like fully explain the level of things you could do, but there's like little positions where you know it's really good for you, and they can't laser. All right. All right. All right. Personally, in those situations, until they prove to me that they're gonna back air in these situations, because the good ones will back air.
Back air.
The Falcos that are good will back air instead of down air here.
Okay.
I would, as soon as he does that full hop, or any Falco, until they prove to me that they are willing to do a down air or a really good laser as they land, dash dance grab it
Okay.
Like
Instead of just going for the one hit.
you get one hit and then like a little bit more you get position, right, which is not as bad, but it's not as like consistently guaranteed as just getting the grab and comboing the Falco. So once again, that's good. That's good. I actually like that. You're intercepting the dare. Like dare is not invincible by Falco. Once they commit to it, like they're super vulnerable, especially to you because you're Marth. Like bad dares is like actually what causes Falco to lose. Like if I were Declan, I would just like, or if I were like Declan's coach, I'd be like, stop full hop down airing because like it'll never work on a good player. Like.
I think my issue is like I figured out these things too late in the set, and then it's like game 3 final stock situation.
Yeah.
So I was like think about that going in instead of like halfway through the match or something.
Well, I mean, it's just like knowing the solution, right? If I see full hop like dare, like I'm immediately like that situation. Like I don't know what that grab was. Let's see.
Those messed up Chingra had.
But what was this?
That was yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so that could have been an easy grab. Like Declan throws the stock away, miss a combo. So one thing I noticed here, and I'm not sure if you're in lag.
Well,
why aren't you, I think you should immediately run. Maybe you did. Maybe I don't. Maybe I underestimate Marth's lag. Maybe it's because it's at half speed.
After the forward smash.
Yeah.
Maybe it has a pretty good amount of lag. But let me watch it again.
I think you're in lag. I'm pretty sure you're in lag. I forget that we were in 50.
Yes, I'm stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this situation, I actually like doing this bait. So if they're panicking, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'll do here... Oh, God, no.
It's like almost all the way to the end.
What was it?
I was at 2 stock, he has that 1.
Okay, here. I like to do this bait, where like if they're panicking towards me, I immediately will run in, wave dash back grab.
Okay.
Like that's like...
So right after I crouch, I just do it.
I run forward, and if I see them jump towards me, I'm immediately wave dash back grabbing.
Okay.
And that would have been a grab in probably the game, if you're a Mewtwo King.
There's only one Mewtwo King, sadly. I don't know how I got that grab, because I think I messed up the dash spacing.
Well, it's fine, because Declan under... This was like a really bad play by Declan, actually, because there's no way that you're just going to stand there.
Because I was trying to pivot it to make grab more crisp. I thought I would have missed that.
Alright, there we go. Oh, you missed.
About the windmill, what do you think I should do in that situation? Should I just like wait for it for him to not be able to land on it, or like just try to combo him on the windmill or do a down throw? I don't know.
I think that's fine. And in this situation, like I treat it like I'm doing a tech chase platform. I would have probably up tilted and just reacted. I think you have a generous enough window on this platform to up tilt or to up air.
I think if I did fair, then I would counter.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, because I always end up like screwing up my punishes whenever that windmill happens.
Wait, why this 4th row?
Yeah, it's the windmill problem. I wasn't trusting myself.
But up throw would have not put him on the windmill. Here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good enough.
Yeah. And if it did, then it has a very predictable trajectory that you could hit.
Yeah, so that's just more live betting at 26.
Oh no, you could have covered that roll. Alright, back air. No back air. That back air would have came out. Alright. That was nervous. I think you should have gone aerial there. See, because like once again, like the way he's coming down is the same way. Like I'm seeing it over and over again. Like this is 99. If I were to see this, I would have been like, 99% chance that he's probably throwing a dare, and it's gonna be YOLO, and I'm just gonna hard punish it. and
Look for these visual cues.
until he convinces me otherwise, or he's like a lot more subtle with like tricking me with double jumps.
You keep like a mental checklist in your head when you play Falcos like this, and just like try to use that one thing.
Like, how do they get like? I mean, one thing is like in horizontal spacing. At what distances are they willing to laser? When do they go in? When do they decide to hold ground with laser? When do they go with aerials? Like, what do they do in the corner? What did they do off of full hop? Those are like the common things that like I look for, because like once you get a read on one of those things, you punish really hard, because like if they like to just like jump aerial at you, then wave dash back grab. If they like to hold their ground, then I'll just take as much space as I can, and eventually they will try to jump at me.
So it's not about like knowing everything; you just know the one thing that will have you kill them over and over.
Well, like I know like what to do if something happens.
Okay.
And that's how I play as Sheik. It's okay, like I'll take a few hits here and there, like I'm not going to give up certain options, but then I figure out what they do in certain situations, and like the same thing. The funny thing is like Falco kind of has to work for an opening. It's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, I actually think Marth wins personally.
Like every aerial or approach they do that Falco does is actually like kind of has like some risk to it.
Okay.
Unless like the Falco is like ridiculously good. And overall, like I think you just give too much space, like, and I think if you knew about like their ranges, like you would understand like how much distance you can give, because like there's no reason why that you should be this far away and wave dashing back as soon as you see that.
Okay. Oh yeah. Side note: I got the Cardano controller, and it helps out a lot.
Nice with shield
with
drop.
With shield drop and also the perfect way dash.
Yeah. Nice.
So I don't feel like I'm screwing up my my dash chances as often, which is good. Because he replaced the control stick with like the C stick property or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, like aerials, like this is the thing about like newcomer Falcos is like their ability to aerial properly. And like lasering and aerial, actually there's a lot of nuance to it, and if they don't know how to do it, they get into trouble a lot. The good Falcos like will make it painfully difficult to laser. Okay, that was a little a little ambitious. I mean, here like I actually don't really mind that forward smash so much. This one,
I actually think it would have really killed him.
Not this one. Let's see. It's gonna
the one facing to the right.
Yeah, where you catch the dare, because if I were to give a lesson to Falco here, like 99% of the chance, like I'm thinking this is like a dare. He's been doing it every time. I actually don't mind this, because I think it's really smart.
Yeah, that's what I noticed Ken would always do, because he is pretty good at catching those full hops.
Yeah, Miss DI is dead. So yeah,
he was kind of in a rough spot right there, because if he got away, then he would have been pretty far off stage.
Yeah, I think overall it's just like, yeah, I think what we can summarize here is understanding like how much space you can take, and I feel that you ran away like too much when the Falco can't do anything. In terms of catching you, and then the combos need to be cleaned up, and just like noticing like how the Falco's aerialing in general. Like Declan full hop dared almost every time, and I feel that I would have abused that so much, and I would have probably, like, if I'm a Sheik main and I see that, like I'm like loving it, and that's like a tech chase for me, and that's like 50-60 damage every time. And
from my perspective, I can easily catch it like a short hop up here.
Yeah, you could do short up here, or if he's like at like 10 to 20, then you could start to chain grab. It's very punishable. So yeah, those are like just like my observations on that. All right.
This is from a while back, but I think Lord lasers a lot more than Declan, so we can talk more about them.
All right. Let's see.
How'd you do at Genesis, by the way?
I did so bad. I got like 90 something, and this is coming out of like getting seeded out too. I lost to Luigi Kid and Azusa. I was really sad.
Azusa is pretty good against Sheik.
Yeah, it went to last stock, last hit. I don't know, I was really sad.
Oh, the Luigi Kid. Was he actually a Luigi player? Or?
Yeah, he is. I felt so sad.
Well, at least you didn't lose to Link.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get on with this match. All right. I think let's see. Oh, wow, this is going like really fast. Once again, combos cut short, and against a guy like Lord, who's probably gonna DI like hits.
Yeah, he smash DIs everything.
This is kind of tricky. I mean, I think
really
Kevin
thought that would win.
I think Kevin thought. I think that's like a reaction thing, just like knowing that Lord would willingly go off the platform. I think that's like a reaction thing. Like, so here, there's your timing window and your visual cue to see like maybe I can get a regrab, but I don't really blame you for this up tilt.
Yeah. I really thought my first match with his flip his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets tricky. Like I would immediately just wave dash out because like I know that he's most likely going to get up aerial with his back turn because like that's like the only thing he can do.
How did this miss? Damn.
Like I would not even risk. I would just like wave dash back down tilt.
Okay.
All right, good combo.
What did I dash? Well, it still worked out, but still.
All right, good. No, you missed. All right. Alright, would have liked it on tilt, but I understand that it's hard to reach.
Yeah. I was trying to cover most of the options and it's hard over there, at least.
Yeah. So here is like my first observation, right? Like, what does he do when he gets off top platform? It's a very important read you need to make.
He usually shield drops.
Yeah. He threw a laser here, so it's not going to be as easy. And that's the correct play, actually. Like, really, like, if, like, they can dash dance and move, and you're Falco and you dare, it's usually the wrong play 9 out of 10 times. So he throws a laser, so just in case, like, in this case, dash dance grab will get beat by lasers, so you'd have to probably beat it with, if he's willing to go down, like, you just up tilt or beat it with up air or a good hitbox. Alright, good. Alright, unfortunate cloud. Alright, I think that's a very minor mistake. So, like, you just gotta react to, like, what they can throw. So, once again, it comes down to, like, how much can you shield? And as soon as I see Falco's feet go in the air, and I know it's like within my personal space, I'm shielding. Because it's never a grab, and there's no reason to really like go shield. And so that shouldn't have happened based on like kind of visual cues. All right, there we go. That's should be automatic. Kind of wonder why Lord didn't tech left there, because that would have been a tough recover for you.
I think he saw my my short hop, and he thought I was going to fair him. So
Okay.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
One of the main things I got killed by his Falco was his crouch cancel.
Yeah. You missed an ops attack. I'm not sure if it's possible on the slants, though. I'll have to like verify.
It's possible. I've seen.
At this high percent?
Oh, maybe not that percent.
Alright.
Well, I don't know. I need to.
It's debatable. I have to look that up.
Yeah.
So you lose the
Do you
first.
do you have any protocols for or like practice things for ops attacks anyways?
I
Or
don't.
can you do it in 29x or anything?
I think you can hold do the replay mode where like you have the down smash animation go, and then use that as a safe state, and then start it and just ops attack.
Okay.
All right, shield grab, missed up tilt, unfortunate. Another shield grab. Wow.
Or smash.
Yeah, I was actually gonna think the same thing. I think he loses his jump somewhere there.
I'm waiting for him to do something. He doesn't do anything. I think I ended up getting punished. Oh, never mind.
The win, even if you didn't get that grab, it would have been a win there had you not gotten hit and gotten that position again. Alright, Shy Guy. Good grab.
Up throw. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to up throw, get onto the top platform.
You've been pretty good at like hitting the up tilts though, or the up airs, and it just becomes a loop of whether or not you can land the up air.
Oh, should just force smash.
Alright, you got the grab. Not good. Well, no, okay, there we go. That was like a little ballsy. That was ballsy. Oh no.
Oh, that's one of my problems. I think I think out the combo before I do it.
Yeah.
And that kills me right there. Because I was pretty confident I would have got that forward air tech chase.
Yeah. If he's gonna just hit crouch cancel, I would throw two hits of Nair.
He's still able to crouch cancel.
Oh really?
Yeah, I've tried that before. I can get it if I fade back and hit like try to slide off or something.
Yeah.
I'm still in a better position.
Well, I mean, but if he crouch cancels both, then he gets knocked down, right?
I think so. I'll need to test that out.
Oh no, you messed up. That should have been a jump.
How do you think of my DI versus the Shines?
It's not bad. I mean, like you make it hard for him to hit.
Okay.
So I didn't really see any bad DI, or like super questionable ones. All right, so it's looking pretty good.
That kills me.
I think up B immediately would be better.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have my the high forward B, like the refresh forward B there.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't read by Lord on the jump. Oh no, very questionable Nair. Knew that was gonna happen. All right, immediately shield. I'm surprised Lord didn't spam Shine there. All right. No, you missed it again. Is that down air? Nope. I don't think down air would have hit, but... Alright, looking good. Oh no.
Straight forward air. That was good read. He noticed that I was always trying to cross him up.
Let's see. I think it was just... It was awkward here because you didn't get forward momentum on the first jump. So I think you need to get... I mean, it's like...
I'm curious about why I did that double jump. Let's see.
I think if you... Oh, no.
Spinal stock, I think. Oh, no, right.
Let's see, was it earlier?
It was a final stock for both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Alright. It's just like this like awkward thing where like you need a lot more forward momentum and you had no cover.
So I should have done like a short hop instead.
You needed to drift right a bit more before your jump.
Okay. Oh, one thing I want to talk about. I was considering learning the no impact lag. You know, if you run off from the side platform, you can do a double jump that'll instantly do a no impact landing on the middle platform. Is that worth it to learn?
It might as well. I mean, I don't think it's like gonna instantly change your game, but it's like nice to have.
Okay. Because I even though I think I'm good at catching him with the up air changes.
Yeah.
It's a nice tool to have.
I think it's like kind of risky to do too much because like if you play that against a shield dropper, like and you get on platform, like they're immediately just gonna shield drop and run away.
Okay. That's true.
If they're scared of like you aerialing, then it's a good mix-up. But if they shield drop by default, then you're not going to get much out of it.
Okay.
All right. Once again, I'm not a super big fan of these four. Like, cause like even though you kind of did it, like so many things have to go right for you to like even get much out of it. Like it just seems like it's not a very consistent punish, and even when you got like a lot of work, you only got 20, which is like 2 aerials.
You think it's like too hard to do consistently,
like
compared to an up throw?
Well, like you haven't convinced me that you can do it, and so I don't know why. I guess is like what I'm trying to like wonder, like, because it's like it hasn't really shown you like much every time you want it, every time you've done it, even against Declan, who's a kind of a weaker player. All right, okay, so in this spot, like there's times to shield and times to not, and as soon as I see that full hop, I'm getting the hell out.
So she'll drop, roll, whatever.
Yeah, or maybe as soon as I see that, if I guess the dare, like specifically dare, then I up tilt. But that shield is representing that you think he's gonna get shield grabbed by you.
Okay.
So whenever I see a full hop over me, I immediately move out, because like there's a timing window for me to do that, and I respace. And this is why like full hopping is like not that good. A lot of people, and why full hop kind of works in general is because like people think it's a short hop, so they're like, oh crap, like he's gonna come at me. But as soon as you see the full hop, you need to like immediately react, and that's like for all characters.
Okay.
And like you can respace and find yourself a better position. So one thing you want to be careful of overall, and this is like something I've like noticed as a pattern, is that every time like you're late here, you go for dash dance grab.
Instead of going dash dance grab, I should do something less preemptive.
I mean, it's good as a mix-up, but like I feel that's something that will be very punished once they realize that you do that.
Okay.
Like it'll work once in a while. So like against bad players, it'll work because they spot dodge or shine. But like you have to play beyond a level of scrubs, like because like better players, like they'll like buffer roll, and then that counters your whole stage. Like for example, if Lord knew that and he buffer rolled behind you, then you don't have stage position anymore, and you're cornered. And some players will dash attack into you once they realize that, or they'll shine, like delay shine, or they'll jump, and your dash dance grab on late reaction will only cover specifically spot dodge and shine, and that's something that like in 2016 like bad players, only like really bad players do.
Okay. What does he end up doing here? So, oh, he does. Yeah, he knew I was in dash.
All right. Oh. So once again, like I don't know, I would just in general like not dash attack. It's a move that kind of you have to have a very specific read on it. Like there, like it's preemptive and you could react to roll. Something that PP would probably do, like.
So just like do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So overall, like it seems like it's like pretty obvious that Lower knows your neutral game, like especially here, because every time you go down, I like that you're going for the dash dance grab on the dare, but like there's also the time of like when you know you're on time, like you can get it because he's in lag, and the times when he's specifically late. And so he's that jab, what that represents, like if a Falco or anybody jabs you a lot, is they know you're going to dash dance grab. Like, and if it gets to that point in the match where they're starting to jab your run-ins, then it becomes very obvious that your intent is grabbing 9 times out of 10.
Is it possible to shield grab the jab? Or is it they will just like maybe shine out of it or something?
I don't like it because it's specifically rock paper scissors. You're relying specifically on them jabbing. I would pivot fair.
Okay.
So I would have I think K-Toy would do like a fair here, and I think that's like a really smart fair. If you're late on the follow up, if you know that you can't get the dash dance shield grab and it make it guaranteed, I think pivot fair would work really well in that particular spot, because this way like you get them to shield and you beat them out of most options. You can do the shield if they spam jab or a forward tilt every time you go in, and you're calling them out on it, but the thing about shielding is that if their shield pressure is good, it's not the best position for you, and you put yourself in a bad spot if you're wrong.
Okay.
All right, I like that So once again, he's making it very obvious that he's doing everything in neutral to just make sure he doesn't get grabbed by you.
Okay.
So look, buffer roll.
So just cover the rolls.
Yeah. So. Well, and just in general, you're making your game plan pretty obvious that you're going for a grab every time.
Okay.
So
that's probably what killed Meiji King at Genesis. Anyway, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's like getting in your head. He's like, oh, you're like fishing for grabs.
I could have done it, but
I feel like he could have.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. Yeah.
Yeah, especially because we're at half speed. So once again, I just want to emphasize it. It looks pretty obvious that every time you dash away, dash in, you're only picking one option, and it's a very big tell from you. So every time you do that dash next to them, you do dash and grab.
That's when I should start implementing more pivot options.
Yeah,
that's great.
But just see, do you see how Lord's specifically calling you out on that grab?
Yeah.
So that's why, or that's he's just those jabs are not something he'll do every time, but he's specifically doing it to you because he knows you're gonna go for a grab.
Okay. That's something I want to talk about. What happens when you Spoobie dash dance? You just accept the hit and die? Can you do anything else out of it?
Out of what?
When you get cut, when you try to dash dance, but you end up doing the animation where you don't get full run turnaround.
It's all reaction, right? What if your opponent sees that? What are they gonna do? And then how do you mitigate your losses? It's always it depends thing. If you already think I have to do this specific option, it will work sometimes. Okay. But just see how your opponent's spacing and what they're gonna do about it, and then just respace. Everything is a fundamental building block of spacing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those battlefield things are tough. All right, the fairs. So I like that I don't know if you subconsciously did it, but you've been throwing out a lot more aerials to if he whiffs jab or throws out tilts to cover the grab, your fair will beat it. So that's one way. Really good fairs.
That's one of my problems though, because I do play too subconsciously, and I do notice myself learning things, but I don't think I'm learning later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, in those situations, it's if there's ever one of the biggest spacing things that you can learn against Falco is stuffing the full hop down airs, because
I think I was trying to stuff him with a fair or something right here, but I just screwed it up. Let's see what comes out. No, something. I don't know what it was though.
Yeah.
I think it was an air actually. Oh man.
All right, the bailout. I'm not gonna analyze it, but part of the reason why certain aspects of your game will open up is because you're going for the grab, and so that's where aerials will start to open up and throwing hitboxes, and then once you start throwing too many hitboxes and you start shielding, then that's when the grab game opens up.
Okay. So it's mainly it depends kind of game.
Yeah. All right, so you're throwing a lot more aerials, and he's not going to throw out the jabs anymore after a certain point because you've shown him that he is, you're not going to throw it out, and throwing out, preemptive jabs and F tilts is a losing formula, and it's a Marth that spaces really well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So I think you're giving. So in this whole sequence, I think you're giving way too much respect to like the threat of laser, and like when he's up that close to you, and once again it comes down to. I'll give you a few examples. Okay, so that one, you're just in a rough spot, Lord, or in that position. Like here, like. There, even that forward tilt, for example, you could retreat fair, or he well basically the answer is this: you can kind of this is where a situation where you can kind of pull back a bit, and he can't throw a laser out at you, so you can like dash dance bait the F tilt. You can dash dance like pivot fair, or throw out a kind of respaced and throw a hitbox that has more range than him. Like even here, actually that's a tough spot. Let's see. I don't know how to explain that. I think like when he's playing the boxing game, you can kind of just like crouch cancel wave dash back and like give yourself a little bit more room, because you're still going to be close enough to him that laser is a really awful option for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all of his tilts and jabs and shit can just be beat by me. Straight up. If I do the right moves. Alright.
Game 3. I was just reading something on the side.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's see what I do here. Laser locks.
In this position, actually, I don't know the exact science behind it, so I'm gonna get crucified later. But sometimes you could just take the laser hit, and if he's just gonna laser like that, then you can laser wave dash back forward tilt or forward.
Oh, yeah, I've tried to implement just like take the laser hit, dash dance, grab.
Yeah. So a lot of these lasers, like intuitively in my head, like I think, like even that second. So I'm gonna pinpoint this particular laser, not this one. So you don't take that much damage, which is like the good thing about it. Let's see. Like, I really think this laser is not safe. Like, I think you can wave dash back, grab it, or you can. I think you could pull back forward air. But in my head, I'm thinking that that's not safe. Like, just based on my like experiences, like if I were Sheik, I would have immediately F-tilted that. But that's just my like intuition. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like you can do stuff in between, or like, you can just power shield and miss the grab. All right, like this grab should be automatic for you. Isn't this situation correct me if I'm wrong, but that percentage, isn't this a pivot grab?
Yes, it is. I think I wasn't trusting my pivot grab, so I just went for tech chase afterwards. That's called the husband chain grab.
All right, I like that you up tilted instead of not went for the jab reset because he's too high.
Yeah.
All right, forward smash. Okay, that was a really good combo.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to be doing every time. And I actually like Stadium for this too.
Yeah. Stadium's probably my favorite place against Spaces. Yeah. I always end up having more success here, despite Spacey's also loving that stage.
Yeah. And kind of this situation, I think like Lord's like good enough to know the DI. And I think this is like one of the cases where you can kind of like fake and then go for, because it's your spot dodge or roll. And
So I guess like way dash down,
yeah, and then
wait like half a step.
yeah, in that situation, like I feel that Lord like knows like how to DI and immediately buffer roll, because most Marts and Sheiks will go aerial grab at low percentages, and that should just be something that you're aware of, that they can buffer roll as an option. All right, dash attack hits. All right, there you go. You're starting to land these tech chase grabs. All right.
I could have just got that one again. then screwed up and leads to a Lord punish.
All right. I'm pretty sure that side B was intentional.
Yeah, it was. It's always intentional.
All right. Just making sure.
I think I could take it, or like just crouch cancel it or something. Well, actually, I was in the air, so I couldn't do anything.
Crouch canceling Falcos doesn't really work because you get pinned down into a tech chase, which kind of sucks. With Fox, you can crouch cancel and then grab him after. But with
the side B?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So I actually like doing that on Fox. All right. So you just get corner pressured. Like this is just like literally like a really hard situation to like get out of, and it's really frustrating.
What do you think the number one option should be?
I mean, at this point, let's see.
I think I honestly was trying to do the hack dash.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to do here.
Let's see. Here, like, this is like really hard. Honestly, I would have tried a hack slash or waveland. One alternative, like if I'm saying like I give up and like I hope I win, is I might like get on stage, immediately roll, and if I get hit once, unless they do like they specifically call it out, like I get hit once, but at least I gain some stage back, like taking the hit.
I probably would have got hit because he spaced himself specifically to catch the roll.
Yeah, but if he back airs or down airs you,
yeah, that's true.
Like you're not gonna die, and like you can crouch cancel it, and have stage back.
Knowing Lord, he would have forward smashed him.
I don't think he could have because he jumped.
Really? Okay.
There's no way that he has a timing window to do that and jump.
Oh man, that's totally screwed up.
Yeah.
It had the makings of good combo. Say that.
All right. So I think I think what overall we need. I mean, if there's something that you could theory craft, right, is that it doesn't seem like you have any game plan for aerials and like what type of aerials they throw. And I feel like this is something you can watch like PPMD. I think especially is that when the way he reacts to the way that Foxes and Falcos aerial into him, he punishes it very hard. And it seems like, I mean, just from watching the 5 matches. Because they can't laser the whole time. Like once you get to a certain range, like they can't, and so
Are there good sets with PP versus Falcon? Because I've only seen him versus West Pulse, and that was a terrible set.
I think like older matches of just like spacies.
Okay.
That's grabbable, but in general, all right, I like that. I think what you can study for yourself is just how to like find the most effective way to punish aerials and to zone it out. Like even when you watch like let's say like kind of a different characters do it, it might actually be useful for you to watch a player like Hugs like beat out aerials from Falcos and Foxes and like watch the floaties and how they do it. Because they have to like be kind of preemptive in certain aspects, but like if they see a certain aerial and they can anticipate it without like risking too much if they're wrong, like they're punishing it really hard every time.
I was trying to do the music game. Didn't work out.
Alright. No.
Yeah.
No. You're dead, right?
Yeah, probably. I think he kills me with just the get up attack. Okay. Might be okay. Never mind.
Push
He
is
does
rough.
the weird lord thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Just wait. Yeah, might get something out of this. Probably not.
Combo.
Ah,
I think one thing I noticed is that you don't get enough forward momentum on a lot of your aerials on your punishes, and this was something I noticed in the last match too. So I think we got to work on like reacting to the position and then dashing a little bit more, so that you can get the running momentum to cover things with your forward air when they're farther away.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So once again, like there's set positions that are checkmates for you against Falco, and that's like where like carelessness and like where Falco actually has to have a lot of discipline at like really high level play. And I'm just gonna pinpoint this like one last time just for added emphasis. Every time a Falco full hops, it's and you have your full kit of moves like that. You should always be winning it. In theory. Oh, nice.
That's an interesting gimmick, but it works.
Yeah, that's him making a mistake, and that's a skill in melee. I would just roll as soon as I see that jump.
Okay, because he's definitely fishing for something.
If he's jumping, most likely his play is reaction back air. Because there's no way he can get forward smash. But if he back airs, you crotch cancel, you get a lot of stage back, and he's gonna be able to laser you, but you're less cornered. And I would take.
So it's better to be hit across the stage than to die on the other way.
Yeah, because it's really hard.
Okay.
So yeah.
Lord Falco's pretty tough from what because he used to be a Falcon main.
Yeah.
Before he went to Falcon.
I remember those days. So yeah, those are like my main like points I would give is that I think you need to. I think watching PP, just watch players like in general. You can watch other characters handle it too. Just watch like how they kind of game plan the short hop, the aerials, and what they do to call it out. Because there's a lot of times where like they aerial into you, and this is like a juicy like that should be wave dash back grab into kill.
And from my punish, as you said, work on building momentum more when I try to get it or something.
And then I don't know, up throw. Make sure that your chain grabs are on point. I think your grabs don't look like if I got grabbed by you, I don't feel threatened.
Okay.
Just my impressions, and like honestly, like part of the psychological effect of the grab is like, if you grab and you kill them, like they play a lot more scared, and you earn yourself a lot more space and a lot more momentum in the fact that like you can just take space and they'll be scared. And
so do what I was doing first stock and not the other stocks.
Yeah.
When I grabbed them. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, those are like my overall thoughts.
Okay. Well, you want to go through one of those PP matches? Just like full speed? We'll see what we can get from it.
Alright.
PP, I mean, like a PP match. I don't know who we go after.
We'll watch this one. We'll watch a Falco match.
Side of Marth, so I just sort of wonder.
Alright, let me remap this. Alright, let's go. Okay. Poor Siren. I think like PPMD like whoops everybody in this bowl.
Yeah, this was the one where he won the whole tournament with using Marth.
I think so.
Okay.
He may have won Falco somewhat.
Hey, going back, let's do it. Go back to PC Chris, Pizza King.
Cyrene Falco.
PC would pick Portchester or
Alright, let's see. He already gets a grab. Alright. He like catches like jump like aerial one and gets Alright, not good so far. Alright, he's like not giving like Siren any respect right now. So he's like playing out of position. Let's see.
I think he might be trying to do his Fox stuff on the Falco,
Yeah.
which doesn't work out. But we know he ends up winning this anyways.
So like in general, like look at like even this. Although he messes up here, look at how he like respaces against that. Instead of staying on platform, he ever respaces against the down air.
Okay. Is that legit? The Nair tick chase?
It's all right. I don't
I
think
probably would have. I probably would have wave landed onto the platform in that position, which might not also be legit, but that's what I do.
So let's see. A lot of it is I don't know. I don't think this is the best example because Siren's not like lasering, and he's. I think a lot of it's the PPMD taking initiative and knowing spots where he can jump aerial, and Siren will either get hit or be forced to shield.
Okay. That kind of applies to what we've been talking about.
Yeah. So it's like him taking advantage of just like position, knowing that Siren can't do anything.
Okay.
So the way he's adjusting, right, is just Siren's just like kind of overshooting and he's just shielding, and whereas he was trying to compete, and the way that Siren was spacing was winning. So like even here, overshoot and PP just blocks. But I don't know. I think it's a lack of respect on PP's end, or on PPMD's end.
Maybe we can find a more evenly matched set.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Siren's playing kind of aggressive, and I'm not. I don't know what they're thinking here, to be honest. Like PPMD is just applying a lot of pressure, like, and forcing Siren into. Like, he's throwing out really good aerials before Siren can aerial.
It wasn't pretty, but I'm too stuck.
I don't know what I get out of that, sadly.
Yeah. PPU is pretty good, though. Remember that.
Does this show anything?
This is the one where Dispatch destroys PP Smart.
Oh yeah, that's right. Poor PP Smart.
Yeah.
Why can't I find a good example?
PP just hasn't played enough versus Falco, I think.
Let's see if we can see like anything off this Fox. Alright, Okay, I guess my impression of PPMD is totally different. I think what his game plan is that he throws like really good aerial hitboxes and forces Falco to like not be able to jump. For some reason in my head, like I imagine him just like dash dancing and like forcing Foxes to do stupid aerials and then like grabbing after. Well, let's see.
Yeah, it applies to his Fox play. That's it.
Alright, let's see. But he's rather aggressive. I'm actually surprised.
Yes.
I always forget.
He is a pretty aggressive player. Even though the general perception of him is not great. That's good. That's super good. You got the shield flip.
Wow. You're good.
This is definitely a PP from a year after that Siren match, or 2 years.
Oh wow. I
Okay.
forget how good Rainix is.
Is he on the MLM Wonder?
No, it was just like kind of like inactivity.
Okay. Yeah, makes
Hasn't
sense.
really traveled outside of Canada. So I don't know. I can't really say much about like PP. I'm imagining different things, and I wish I picked a set. But Rainix is doing a good job with his aerials in general. He's getting hit by like other things.
Mhm.
So let's see if there's anything that comes out of this. Yeah, the thing is that Rainix isn't really throwing super bad at aerials to begin with, so I'm not sure if there's like
Yeah.
much opportunity. He's staying pretty grounded, and then I think that's right because every time you aerial as Fox, like you're getting called out. Instead,
Mhm.
PPMD is just like trying to outspace horizontally.
Which is how the good players do it. And
Yeah, good players like it's like they have a very specific reason for jumping.
Yeah.
And if you look PPMD in this matchup, like he does jump, but for the most part, it's when he sees the spacing for it to do it.
Yeah, his PP rules, the no jumping thing. There's definitely a footnote there that people don't really talk about.
Yeah, but like it's a call out, and then when he sees that the fox is stationary or going to jump, then it's good. But you have to have a specific reason for it.
Yeah, it's like everything he does.
Yeah. Generally, he speeds really grounded, but like every one of his jumps are pretty intentional.
Yeah, not that one.
That was a loss.
I'm surprised how close it gets.
All right, but if I just were to like to point out, like, look at how hard PPMD makes it for him to land anywhere. And then he
Yeah,
sets
he's
the
like
aerial.
stuck on top platforms. He's stuck on the side platform.
That's actually like really nice to watch.
Yeah.
Like, look at how hard it is for Rainix to like land.
Each one of his dashes kind of traced the
Yeah.
movement of next his
Yeah.
jumps.
Yeah, and then he earned the hit off this aerial. Yeah, that was really
Pretty good
well
to watch.
Alright. So yeah,
That was fast enough.
I don't know. Maybe watch like Marth versus Fox on FD. Just like so, like there's similar principles that apply with like Fox aerials. Those weren't the best examples.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Alrighty.
For Falco, I think PPU has the best anti-Falco sub to watch. Actually.
His style's like really weird.
Yeah, it is pretty weird. I think that. There's also Mewtwo King, but I honestly don't know how to apply what Mewtwo King does to Falcons compared to just watching PPMD.
I'm trying to think of like other examples right now. Alrighty. Well, anyway,
Yeah. We'll email. I'll email you about
Yeah.
it. See if I can come up with it.
I'll think of examples too. Anyway, that's like episode 7.
Yep.
All right. Good night, stream.
Good night, everyone.